Ladies and gentlemen, hello, it's 4 o'clock. Welcome back to Joystiq Streams. My name is Anthony John Agnello, Joystiq Community Manager. Joined today by Zav Tomatos.
Popping and locking.
Richard Mitchell.
I don't know where you are, or I would be joining you in both the popping and the locking.
Oh, I'm following you. I'm going to here.
And our own Susan Arndt.
Oh, there you are.
I thought this was the Phantasy Star online stream. I'm so sorry.
Oh, wait, Zab, come find my guy so you can see
that
There are no adorable chicken things.
I've dressed myself up like my old HughCast from Phantasy Star Online.
Nice.
I'm gonna wave at you, and then we're gonna have a pop and lock competition. Boom.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it actually says that Sensei Ram dances with X-Ray Alpha Victor.
Adorable.
And the notifications. It knows we're dancing together, Zav.
It does. We're always dancing together, man.
That's the power of the cloud, right?
And now I'm pointing at you, and now I'm waving at you, and now I'm sitting down at you. Oh, it doesn't tell me that. Okay.
I think I'm gonna buy a new ship.
You should.
So if anybody watching hasn't actually caught on yet, today we are playing the Connect-only dance game.
How this is a pretty cool thing. I'll buy this one.
Okay, so hey, wow, that's a really nice character model. So I have a question. Okay, so what good does it do? Like, there aren't space battles, are there?
I don't think so.
So why? Like,
I
why
think
do
it's
you
just
want to buy
aesthetic, really.
Oh, it's just okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like so you have something different to look at. It's like your personalization. Now there is a little land vehicle that you have that you guys will see when we go down to the planet, which is basically one of the speeders from Star Wars. But you can get different versions of that, and they actually do have like different levels of armor and stuff like that.
So, guys, while you're shopping, I have absolutely no idea what is in the Destiny Alpha. So I kind of am in the dark in what you guys have access to, what's going on. Is there any queuing up of where this is in the story? What is even happening?
You're not really getting much of the story at all, which is disappointing because that's still the one thing we haven't seen much of.
Yeah.
And I mean, just playing through some of these missions that are in here, even the ones that are supposed to be story missions, you're not picking up a lot from it, and it feels a lot like an MMO mission where it's just like, yes, there's a story behind it, but it's largely ignorable. But in the alpha itself, I'll go ahead and talk since Zav is busy deconstructing his equipment. There's access to two sort of story missions. I think there's technically one story mission. There is one, what do they call them? The fire team special ops or something like that. It's just designed to go down to the planet for about half an hour with your buddies and like kill a boss and get some stuff. And
that
then
would be. And which boss is that, Richard?
It's a big glowing sphere with an eyeball.
Wait, Are
you sure it's not the Moon Wizard?
The moon?
Oh, that's a whole other part. Yes.
I think he's from the moon.
That wizard came from the moon.
Wait.
That part, more than likely.
Do you actually, you just fight a giant glowing ball?
Well, you go down to the planet and...
As one does.
Yeah, in, Gradius. That's the token boss from 1985.
Well, Bungie's got a thing for floating evil spheres.
They do, yeah, that's true.
They certainly did.
And giant mechanical crabs. It's always, giant mechanical crabs and giant space balls.
They're a lot like John Peters in that way. They just love...
No.
They love mechanical giant spiders and other fierce animals.
But so... You've got those two missions, and then you've got an explore mission, which is basically just go down to the planet. You find beacons, which are like quest givers, but less interesting.
Well, let's launch it right now.
And then if you touch the beacon, it'll be like, oh, go collect 10 widgets, and you'll get experience.
Are the beacons also space balls?
No.
No.
Unfortunately not. Well, we'll see them in a second. We should also mention that I'm playing as the Titan class, which is more melee focused, and Richard, you're playing as the Hunter class?
Correct.
Okay.
Which you'll note by my sexy cloak.
Yes. Which is more of a like a gunslinger kind of guy.
Yeah. And the hunter also has a badass combat knife, which is
Also,
fun.
one thing is
those-
you don't wear your helmets when you're in that. Oh, there's my new ship. It's pretty badass, and I got the maximum level notification here. So one thing you'll notice too is you usually show up without your helmet there, but both me and Richard are of the race of characters which are robots, so it looks like we're wearing helmets, but we actually have helmets on top of those helmets. Very important distinction.
So I have a question. So I saw when you were shopping,
Yeah.
certain weapons said it had like durability of 70 or whatever. Do your weapons degrade?
I have not seen that happening at all.
Okay.
One thing your weapons do is they actually level up as you use them.
Mm-hmm.
So they will get their abilities upgraded, or it might get a new scope.
Yeah, that just happened to one of my weapons while I was going through the menus. Yeah.
As Bungie explained to me, I think it was Pete Parsons when I got to preview this in April, was that that's their, like, you might have a weapon that's technically inferior to one that you pick up, but if you've been using it long enough and leveling it up, it might have a lot of perks that make it more attractive than the new weapon that technically does more damage and stuff like that.
Have you felt that? Have you, like, in your short time with it, you guys were just saying your weapon had just leveled up. Do you feel that tangible difference? Or is it not noticeable? Is it like, because when you're playing Borderlands, if you switch to a gun that's even just moderately better than the one you're using, you feel it right away. Mm-hmm. Like, you feel it immediately.
Well, let's see. I mean, I'll switch to that weapon right now. And
I think Zav has been playing longer than I have.
I'll switch to that weapon right now, which I have upgraded. I think it's his pulse rifle.
And I don't know that like base damage ever changes, but it'll be like other things like reload speed and.
So yeah, this one increased my weapon attack. It already has a red dot sight. I'm pretty close to getting a different kind of red dot sight on this. Red dot sights are in the future are also very big for weapon customization.
Also, just
even though you're a robot and totally shouldn't need that, but whatever. It's fine.
Right.
A note for someone in the chat. Yes, the load screens, at least in the alpha, are very long.
They are very long. I just unlocked another upgrade for my weapon. So I'm gonna jump into the menu here, and we'll take a look at what that did now. So,
and if you all were paying attention, you would have seen Zav just like pull that speeder out of his pocket.
So yeah, I've used this weapon enough, so I've unlocked a new red dot sight. So I'll just equip this one, and this increases the stability, it looks like, on this particular weapon, but the attack is still lower than one of my other weapons. But I'm going to use this for a little while and see what happens.
Nice. Now, there are a lot of stats that I actually don't know what they do. There are stats.
What do you mean?
Like, well, like you get a gun that'll say like intellect +5, and like I don't know what intellect does for me. But then again, this alpha doesn't do a lot to explain all the game systems to you.
Right. So here's one of the beacons that give you a mission. So we'll select it, and most of the missions are usually like defeat these kinds of enemies or go to this spot and stand there for a moment while we just count down a timer. Basically, it's not much else. There's not a lot of narrative to it just yet. I mean, it is the alpha. They're not throwing all the story at us. So.
From the little that I saw, this alpha is just mostly here. Get your hands on some guns, see, get a feel for what the customization is like, and look how damn pretty it is.
Mm-hmm. And it is definitely that.
It's really pretty. Like, it is ridiculously pretty. Yeah, it just. I mean, I didn't play it. I've only watched it so far, but it seemed like just the tiniest, dip your toe in kind of thing. Yeah, dancing on a rock. Yeah, throwing a grenade, dancing.
I love it.
Just to put some things in context, what you're talking about there. This is the same area that I got to play in April when I went to Bungie. So this is like, I think the same exact slice of content that they were showing us. I think it was the same alpha. It was just the alpha was internal at the time.
So I see, even though I've hit the level cap, you could still unlock a lot of abilities, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool.
So I got a Titan Codex upgrade, so now my armor, recovery, and agility stats have just gotten a boost.
Now, I am not. I have actually never participated, with the exception of Final Fantasy XIV. Never participated in a beta or an alpha. Do you get to keep any of your levels? Like when you play Destiny next time, will you be able to keep your character, or is that just wiped out?
No,
Depends entirely.
I think they've even said that when the beta starts on July 17th, your stats will be wiped. Like everything gets gonna get wiped. I'm just driving the speeder inside the building. It's cool. no big deal, guys.
So do you guys remember back in, I guess it was 2012, when Bungie's contract with Activision leaked as part of like the massive lawsuit with the Respawn guys? So I remember at the time, the original plan, according to that contract, was Destiny 1 was just going to be Xbox 360 and Xbox One. And then it was going to be Destiny 2 was going to be PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and all that jazz.
Right.
I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think that we will see, when Destiny 2 rolls around, will Destiny 2, the second installment in this, be the first one that's PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One, and then the old stuff is gone?
I don't know. That's a good question. In fact, I mean, this game already looks really, really good. I mean, it looks like a next-gen quote-unquote game. Or a quote-unquote next-gen game. Hold on, being murdered. 1 second.
I love when we stream, team-based shooters. Because it's always well, let me tell you about this. Hold on, wait, oh god. Oh god, no.
Let's move.
BRB, being deaf.
I got really far away from Zap because I stopped to tweet that we were playing this game. So I just have to kill all these people. But, like I said, it's a really good looking game, and I'm really curious to see what the current gen versions even look like.
Oh yeah, because it's sort of in that weird spot with, gosh, what was the last game that Titanfall. We didn't know what, we knew it was coming, but we don't know exactly what it was about. We didn't know what it was going to look like at all. We didn't know anything about it other than the fact that it was a thing that existed.
Right.
And Destiny for PS3 and Xbox 360 is definitely a thing that exists. But I feel like, I don't know. And it's them working on it. It's not like a third-party studio like Titanfall was. So we don't know exactly what that's going to turn out to be.
Okay, but I feel confident saying the 360 version ain't gonna be this pretty.
Right. Also, I feel like this is a 10-year deal with Activision. I feel like if you're going to make a commitment into this universe as a game player, you probably want to do it on Xbox One or the PS4.
That's fair. Why are the... Okay, you're shooting dudes and they're floating away. What is that
because
about?
my gun is an awesome fusion rifle that if I hit them, they just explode.
Disintegrate
into purple dust. It's pretty awesome.
But they're also floating.
Susan,
I want that gun.
This is a sequel to Moonwalker, and he's defeating them with the power of dance. It blows them away.
Well, okay, that's true.
Yeah.
That's completely true. Also, I want that gun if it makes them go floaty, because that's awesome. Because it's it's like insult to injury. You're killing them, you're also making them float away.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get to where you are.
All right, I'm coming back to get you.
There should be a...
Is there no...
Just follow the floating bodies, Richard.
No, I actually...
They also disintegrate, so...
I do have his name floating in the ether, but it's very far away.
I don't know why I decided to drive on this thing again inside this building. It was such a jerky thing to do.
Oh, hey, there's another question I have. I don't know if you guys know. So when I saw my husband playing, he could harvest this plant. Is there crafting?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
There's spin metal leaves that you can...
That was it.
And then also, if you don't sell your weapons, you dismantle them.
Oh.
And if you dismantle an uncommon weapon, which is green or above, then you get weapon parts.
Good work. I'll notify
Yeah.
Holiday.
So
that you can use.
the crafting, the extent of the crafting in the alpha at least is you collect those spin metal leaves or any other number of items. Like I think glass is one of them that I collected as well. And you basically trade those items for an item that is crafted. Now I don't know if you are going to be crafting yourself in the field like an MMO, but that's the extent of the alpha at least.
Huh. Okay.
So it's very possible, but we don't know exactly yet.
Do you guys? Oh, go ahead, Susan.
Okay. So you're not going to a shop and selling your stuff that you've outgrown.
No.
You're just dismantling it.
Yeah.
Just take it apart.
Is there money in this game?
Yes.
Yes, it's called Glimmer.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's called Glimmer.
No.
That
It's
is
DV
fabulous.
In the future, all currency is just used copies of the movie Glimmer
I love it.
on DVD.
There's so
Wow.
many. left.
At least it's not used copies of the movie Glitter with Mariah Carey. Because that would be...
I was literally just going to say.
Because
That may be
then
what I was thinking of.
that is what's going to happen when they decide, like Star Trek styles, they're going to decide, you know what, we don't need currency anymore. If this is going to be our currency, we're just going to cancel all currency. Oh, there's some dude over there that needs to be revived, apparently.
He'll be dead long before we get there.
I'm gonna try to save him to show people what a revival looks like.
Do you guys think that like there is a contingent of people out there who are going to look at this and we've talked before about like what a studio name means to the average player. It doesn't mean a whole lot. Like
He just exploded in a blaze of glory.
I was trying to knock you off the cliff.
No, it really almost did not. Okay, sorry, Anthony. What were you saying?
I was saying, you know, like if you walk up to somebody just like randomly, if you stand outside of Best Buy and you're like, ask how many people who makes Halo, they probably are not going to know, you know, that multiple studios have worked on that series at this point. Bungie will mean something to one out of however many, but. You know, like for those people who go, oh yeah, well I loved Halo, I loved when Bungie made that series, I'm very interested in Destiny, do you think that like they're going to be interested in the crafting and the leveling up and all of those sorts of additions that are in this? Or do you think that they're just going to be like, why not just let me have these 4 or 5 guns that are set and let me use those to shoot other people?
I don't know. I feel like they're trying to make something that's not just that Battlefield, like Call of Duty crowd type of thing. I mean, they're making an online universe where you have a lot more control over sort of your character's story and what your character does. I mean, it's more of an RPG. I would liken it more to like Fallout or. I wouldn't compare it directly to Halo because it looks like Halo or it plays like Halo. I would say that it's more like an RPG, like Phantasy Star is an apt comparison, I think. And there are plenty of people who love and other RPGs, so I think that it has a place in the world. Or Borderlands. Borderlands has a lot of the same systems. There's no crafting in Borderlands. But I don't also know exactly what the crafting means in this game as well.
Right. Do you guys think that this is going to be something that everybody is going to copy? Like, are we going to see...
No, because it costs $500 million.
because it costs a gazillion dollars.
So, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people have already compared this to Borderlands.
Yeah.
So there's that comparison.
And people love Borderlands.
People do like Borderlands a lot. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a different world. I think that Borderlands is... The difference is going to be that Borderlands is not a serious game. Like, it's all a joke, and it's, pop culture references. Some of them, are... It's really a product of the team that makes it, I think, like, especially the humor out of it. But this is a game from Bungie who does take itself very seriously when it comes to telling stories. So I think that's going to be a major difference. Whether or not it's going to be the same kind of fun, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see.
It's interesting. I think when I think of Borderlands, it isn't serious. It's very sort of light, and they don't take themselves seriously. And it's interesting to me that they're now trying to sort of change that identity and make it a more coherent place.
Real quick, do we want to jump back into orbit and do the one like fire team mission?
Sure.
Yeah, because we'll have just about enough time to get it done before this stream is over.
Yeah, we can do that.
The one
And
thing
while
I want
they-
to see from the beta is, I mean, what we've seen so far in the alpha is really, really gorgeous. I mean, there's this one part where you look up and you can see the sky and the tower, and it's just, you just sit there and you go, holy crap, this game is amazing. But all of the environments are extremely similar. You're either in like this dirty industrial place, or it's this kind of scrub trees and dirt roads and all that. There's just not a whole lot of variety to the environments that you see. So that's what I'm going to be curious about when we see more of the actual game.
I mean, Bungie, I think, is usually pretty good with
I agree. Yeah.
environmental variety, you know?
Yeah.
And they've certainly talked about it. And that's the one thing that is another thing that Bungie does, is they cram a lot of details into the world that you never pay attention to because you're playing a shooter.
True.
Like, when they walked us through this mission in April, they're like, now if you look up, you'll see this massive structure or something like that. And at the time, I was just like, oh, yeah, it's right there. Like, I never would have looked up, though, if you hadn't told me to.
Because you're busy trying not to get murdered.
We got a third person, apparently.
He stole my ship!
We got us a buddy.
It's always going to match you into groups of 3, right? You can't do this just 2
Oh,
people?
well, I think this particular mission is designed for 3 players.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like in PSO, yes, I'm going to compare everything in the world of PSO. You could solo a 4-man mission if you wanted to.
Sure.
Like you could leave it open or closed.
I think there are some missions that are like 1 through 3 players. Some of them are.
And you can still see there are other people in the world. Like there's someone that's already here doing a mission. And the only time that it will switch is if we get to an instance where like where one of the bosses is, it will basically turn the world off for everyone else, and it'll just be the 3 of us playing.
Oh,
Right.
interesting. Okay, cool.
It's like Guild Wars a little bit like that. Like in that.
This is a public area right here, so you'll see other players that aren't on our team,
Oh, cool.
and we can join in these fights and help them take these things out.
Or Zeb can just dance with them.
And then sometimes you'll see like a giant spider tank or something, and that represents like a public event. Like we're all supposed to band together and take it out, but like so the second you actually shoot it, it's like the game's like, okay, you've joined the event, now you're part of this.
And how well does that work? Is that seamless? Are you conscious of these things happening?
Yeah, it just like when you shoot it, it basically you get a little notification that says you've joined this public event. And it's like so
wow.
now everyone's working to take out this spider tank.
Okay, cool.
I don't know that happens during this particular fire team mission, but it does happen when you're doing like random missions like we were just doing a couple minutes ago.
Right. Also, you notice a lot of these enemies are going to be tougher to take out because they are the same level that we are. And by the way, they are serious about leveling in this game. Like, if you're level 6 and you're fighting something that's like level 8, it's going to be tough.
It's gonna be hard.
Really?
Yeah, that I've noticed, anyway.
Okay.
So like there's a fire team of 3 guys fighting this monster here. So you see a lot of people in the world, which is really cool. Unfortunately, it'd be great if we can all 6 of us could pair up and do this mission, but as soon as we get to this mission entrance, it will basically
Spread you
kick
up.
everyone out. Yeah.
Like, if you watch some of the players from other games enter this area,
Yeah.
you'll see them just disappear.
Maybe we'll try to follow them and see if we can catch that.
And that means they're into their own private.
Right. They've entered
okay.
an instance, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
In MMO parlance.
There we go.
people-
So they just
People
basically
are getting
disappear.
extremely upset that this is being referred to regularly as an MMO.
Well, it's MMO-like. Oh, and I just got an error.
Oh
I
no!
got an error message saying that they're having connection issues, but we're still in here, so I'm going to assume that
alright.
everything's fine.
Susan, why do you think that people have that sort of violent reaction to the phrase MMO at this point?
I honestly don't know. Actually, I mean, clearly,
Well-
this is not this is not World of Warcraft. You know,
No, I
this
think-
is not.
Part of it is people associate the word MMO with like that one episode of South Park, and
Right.
it's just like that's not what I'm playing. I'm
Right.
playing a cool shooter for bros.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
an MMO.
Oh, well.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
It might
funny.
be, but I feel like it's, you know, there are MMO elements to it. It's obviously inspired by that kind of social interactivity that an MMO
There is
brings.
a button on the controller dedicated to dancing.
At that point, you have made an MMO. I don't care what you say. As soon as you give me the opportunity to dance with my fellow human, we are playing
I'm sorry, like,
an MMO.
You guys are gonna have to get over that, okay? Like, it's not an MMO strictly. No, I will give you that. But come on, guys.
Okay, so apparently the thing that's grating people's cheese in Pedantic Land is that you're not playing with hundreds of other people at the same time. You're technically only playing with at most 2 others.
So are there people who say that Guild Wars is technically not an MMO as well? Then
Yeah, because that's essentially
Guild Wars
what
does
Guild
the
Wars
same
does
thing.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there is, like, MMO no longer means, it is a massively multiplayer online game. Like, nobody thinks, they now think that it is a genre unto itself.
right? It means like World of Warcraft, basically.
Right. Yeah. Like,
Now, I will go right along with people and say that no, this is not an MMO in the traditional
No.
sense, but it has tons of MMO elements.
yeah.
Absolutely. Also, to address some questions in the chat, the character that you are seeing is level 8, which is the level cap for this alpha. To say that this looks outdated, you're not seeing the graphics at the highest quality because we have to dumb them down a little bit for the stream. It is actually prettier than this in real life.
It does look really good.
Yeah, this definitely does not look as good.
The camera adds 10 pounds.
The camera adds 10 years.
Yeah,
The camera detracts 100p.
The
No, it detracts 10 years, right? It makes it look like a Xbox 360 game.
oh man, I gotta go save someone here.
Sure.
One of our guys is down. I don't know if it's you, Richard.
Of course it's not me.
Do you know? Did you get the other guy? Is it our guy? Is he gone? Is he alive still? Where is he?
I don't see his icon anywhere.
I thought I saw it there. Maybe he probably respawned in time.
Wait a minute. You know what?
Darn it.
Where on your screen do you see the different members of your team?
I could see like their icons for Richard off
yeah, I
to the
think they
side
just
there.
pretty much show up on the radar more than they.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, but there's not like a...
Heavy machine gun, bros! Die.
Zab,
gonna say
there's
something
a... You were talking a little bit about the weapon customization and weapon leveling.
Invisible guys! Sorry, invisible people. I just want to let everyone know. Continue.
I was wondering if you, like, are you putting them together piece by piece, or are you just buying new guns? Do you, like, augment your weapons?
No, you do not. It's basically like the next string in an upgrade that you can select for a weapon that you've been using for a long time.
Gotcha.
You don't actually like put new scopes on it or select the scope. You just basically unlock pieces. That's at least how it's set currently.
You will find what they call engrams, which are like plans to create
Memories?
weapons, and you'll also find they're tangrams. There's a puzzle. No, but you find encrypted engrams, which are like unidentified items.
So it's like, so it's Battlefield Earth?
Oh, I'm down.
Actually, it is.
It actually is kind
you're
of like
fighting
Battlefield Earth. Oh my
on
god.
I would love to help you, Zev, but there is a wizard floating above you.
Is it a moon wizard?
It's a moon wizard.
It is, in fact, a moon wizard.
And there's a guy right behind you, too, that could use some reviving. Revives. I'm gonna try to get you, dude.
Yes.
Yes. There we go.
I was just saying, Richard is trying very, very hard not to be death.
Yes, I am. And doing
Stealth.
well at that goal.
Stealth Vandal is that a bad guy? A stealth
Yeah,
Vandal?
that's one of the... There's cloaked bad guys.
That is some guys like identity on OkCupid.
Yeah.
that is not someone I would want to hang out with.
That's the moniker he writes Jet Set Radio fan fiction on.
Actually, in this game that we're playing, I saw someone earlier whose name was Because I'm Batman.
Yep.
Okay,
PSN.
now that is a guy I would like to know. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty great.
Okay, this is okay. Unsustainable. Not sustainable.
Trying to find these ghosts, these wizards. Are they both down yet?
Looks that way. Ooh, I got an upgrade. And a couple other things to keep in mind.
Blue wizard needs more glimmer.
Oh god. Oh man, I just got sniped from the other side.
Shoot!
We're doing a lot better than the first time we played this.
Yeah, because we were all massively underleveled at the time. Another thing that makes this MMO-ish is that you have these two skills that operate on cooldown timers. And like, so one of those is actually a grenade. And I think, at least my class, I have some perks that help those things get refilled. Depending on the things I'm doing, it'll help refill those cooldown timers quicker. But it's not like you carry X number of grenades. It's like you throw it and then you gotta wait till it comes back.
I was wondering about that. Okay,
Yeah.
so those are the two little squares to the left of Zav's guns.
Yes,
Right.
so one of them
Okay.
is the grenade type that I have, and every class is a different kind of grenade type. And then the other type is your melee cooldown item. So my melee is when I punch a guy, sometimes I'll just make them disintegrate, and that'll cool down. Like when I punch a guy, they'll just explode, which is pretty rad.
Right. And my hunter class, if I'm far away from someone, I'll actually just chuck my knife at them.
Yeah.
And you can kill them in one shot. A lot of them anyway. But if you're up close, you stab them.
And both of those have cooldowns.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. All right. But you do have to pick up ammo, and you can run out of ammo.
Yes.
Right. Like your regular melee attack does not run out of. It doesn't cool down. At least mine doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we got through it. Nice.
We can move now.
Also, if you are looking for a challenge in this and you're playing, go down here. There are like level 30 bad guys down here that they
my
put in
God.
here just to mess with you.
There are some enemies, at least in the alpha, that when you fight them, their level is just question mark.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
And like
ridiculous.
you can just lay all your ammunition into them and they just don't get hurt. I think it's probably just gating to keep you from going where you're not supposed to, but
Yeah. Now the thing I'm not a huge fan of so far is there's not a lot of like fanfare for loot in this game, like there is in like Diablo or in Borderlands. When you collect all the icons for items look exactly the same, pretty much. There are 3 types of ammo pickups. There's white, green, and purple. You can collect. You can collect some like weapons and stuff, but you most of the time you have to identify them, and to identify you have to leave town. And if you're in the middle of a mission, you leave the mission. So I'm not a huge fan of that. So I wish there was, and I wish there was just more loot. Like there's not a lot of chests like spread around the world that I found. I found like some here and there, and it's all randomized. Their locations are randomized, of course.
yeah,
so.
they're kind of hidden around. They're kind of hidden usually, but I've never found much in the way of loot in the chest. It's usually just the money.
Yeah.
Do you think that may just be a function of the alpha because they're like, hey,
Oh
let's
my
just
god,
make
this
sure...
grenade is sweet!
Yes. Sorry. Yes,
Guys,
I think it is.
no.
It may be a function. No, we saw it in the stream before. It may be a function of the alpha, because I would hope so, at least, because the point of this is to.
Yeah, if you can't get loot in this, then it's just yield shootery. That's great.
Oh,
Who cares?
there's definitely loot to be found. I mean, it's just,
Yeah, but there's got to be lots of fat loot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does there, like, you know, it's funny. See,
Layers
I prefer
under that
it
colony
that
ship,
there's
Just
more,
on the other side
like,
of
that it's
the
more
wall.
selective, that it's not, you're just constantly being inundated with this new gun, this new
Okay.
gun, this new gun,
that's
this new armor, this new armor. I would rather have it be, like, an event when I get something.
Right, but it just appears and it looks exactly the same as everything else. It doesn't. There's no event to the minimal times you get that loot. Like I wish it just cared more that it was giving
Yeah,
you
look
stuff.
up, look up. This is ridiculously gorgeous. This stuff here.
my grenade shoots at little drones, and they go kill. Oh my god! Oh god!
Just like your heart.
Seek and destroy the ladies.
Whoa!
Oh boy.
Oh, Punk Rock Bob says your loot levels up with you. It's going to reduce the drop rate some. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
Good point.
I got into a
That's fair.
fist fight
That's fair.
match.
A fair cop. I'm going to use my heavy machine gun on this scarab tank.
I'm in the middle of this because I
Oh! Butts!
I just saw that happen.
Well, we can't see Richard, so what is going on?
He just died. I'm also dead, so there's no way we could have seen
Richard,
him.
Oh.
that giant moon wizard hates you.
Okay, the moon lizards fly.
Who are you fighting? Have we covered this?
The Fallen.
But who are they? Like,
I mean,
what
you're
do they
asking
want?
story elements that we just don't know yet.
Jocks. They're jocks.
they want all the glimmer. We have run out of glimmer back on Moon Wizard Planet.
Hup! Oh my
Okay,
Jesus.
so according to the lore that we know for Destiny,
Yeah.
so there was a great big fight between Pinball Guy and bad guys.
The pinball wizard?
Oh boy.
So Pinball Guy is protecting us at this point, but the bad dudes, the two bad dudes that they were fighting, yeah, they've followed him now and kind of brought his BS to our doorstep. Hey, thanks for that, dude. You're the best. So yeah. And they're like way out of our league.
Well,
and stuff.
Yeah, the short version is Pinball's a jerk.
Well, okay, like, the other version of it is, like, if just to truncate it even further. I mean, have you seen The Fifth Element?
Yeah.
Remember, like, the evil planet thing that was, like,
Oh,
bad
there you
guy?
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
okay.
more... Oh, yeah, I knocked you down, didn't I?
So-
Shoot your weak spot.
You need a multi-pass.
That is multi-pass. But yeah, so there was like, all we know is there's an evil presence that is called, and I'm not kidding, the Darkness.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It is like
God.
it's like the overarching villain in the game.
Guys, fill out that script. Come on, you don't need to leave the placeholder titles in there.
But then we have like the good version of the evil planet from Fifth Element, which is protecting all of mankind.
God,
Pinball dude.
Pinball dude.
Correct.
I'm sure it has a way. Okay, maybe it's the lightness. I don't know.
The lightness.
The unbearable lightness of Pinball dude.
A Milan Kundera joke in the Twitch stream.
Yes. Yeah.
Susan, would you pay money for Plava Laguna armor
Yes.
in Destiny? I would.
Yes,
too.
I would.
In a second.
Yes.
Hands down. I would.
A Ruby Rod outfit? Yes.
See, but do you want the leopard onesie, the leopard skin onesie, or do you
Oh,
want
clear. With the
rose-
roses
Yes.
around? Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Corbin Dennis.
All right.
Knocked leg off.
Badger in Arms is suggesting you guys throw down a turret. Is that such a thing that is available?
Is that a thing you can do?
Not
don't.
in my class.
Not my class, that I have at least.
Yeah, why isn't somebody playing as the Siren? You could freeze them in midair, and then you throw down a turret.
Fairly certain I just threw the grenade and it bounced off that guy and came right back to me. I wonder if this is gonna work.
Okay, Grimoire progress. We just got a notification about that. Is that? I have no idea what that is. I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to frame a question about what that might be.
Oh god, I was just about to kill it. Those are the cards we were talking about that you collect and they unlock for on the Bungie website.
So do you have to do like a, kill X rabbits or whatever to is it that kind of thing?
There are things that are basically like little challenges that will give you Grimoire stuff, and then there are things like the dead ghosts that you'll find in the world sometimes.
Okay.
And I guess the conceit would be that you're reviving them and recovering the information that they had stored on them or something.
Oh, yeah, sure. It'd be really cool if you just had like a fleet of them following you. That would be
Yes.
What was that like jump move you did?
That was
Jump.
my supercharge. So every class has a different supercharge ability, and it's on a cooldown timer, and you can also build it up faster by collecting these little orbs that main bosses drop, or that enemies drop. So my Titan class basically dives into the air and pounds his fists on the ground like Hulk style, and disintegrates pretty much any enemy in its area unless it's a boss. The Hunter class, which is what Richard is, unleashes this golden gun that has 3 shots, at least initially, that it's like a one-hit kill, basically.
Yeah, and again, enemy vaporization.
Yes.
is a common theme.
Okay, wait.
Okay, go.
LCTR has a really, really good question. How long do you need to play until you don't say glimmer, ironically?
10 years. That's the 10-year plan.
Good 2-3 years.
There's some kind of shield like fueling this guy. Is he bugging out? This doesn't normally happen.
What, that blue shield thing around the
the
ball?
boss. It doesn't usually like not take any damage whatsoever.
Weird. Shoot the core.
I think it might be stuck.
Uh-oh.
Sweet, we won Destiny, guys.
So how does... Obviously this is an alpha, so, you know, things could change, but how do all the various weapons feel?
Yeah.
How's the shooting?
It feels to me very much like Halo, albeit with iron sights. So like you pull the left trigger to zoom.
He's working now.
Okay, but the actual aiming and shooting mechanically feels very similar to Halo to me. In other words, it feels pretty good.
Like, that's that nice, chunky, heavy feeling.
Right. And I'm about to use... There are items you can buy in town that will refill your ammunition and stuff.
Oh.
So, I'm refilling my special weapon ammo. And something to keep in mind, by the way, when you change weapons in the game, like if you go to your inventory and equip a different weapon in a slot, you lose all of the ammunition for that weapon.
What?
Oh.
Yes. Very bad thing.
Again, sort of like an MMO, it's kind of akin to like changing your skills all of a sudden. It's like, so if you swap out your new skills, it, you know, usually in an MMO, it'll like reset all your cooldowns. Like, because it's like, you can't just switch to new stuff in the middle of the fight, guy. You gotta commit to whatever you're using.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still dumb, though.
I'm just saying that seems to be the reasoning. I'm not saying I agree with it.
Okay, I get the reasoning, but given that this, although it has MMO elements, it's a shooter.
Yeah.
And you can't just be like, you know what, I'm gonna take all your ammo.
Yeah.
You just can't do that.
I really wonder if that's the kind of thing that's gonna last past this stage. You know? Like, if they find... Yeah, past the alpha, past the beta, if they find that people are like, no,
maybe
not
for
so
a
much.
PvP environment, but for a PvE environment, what does it matter? Like, I don't understand that stipulation against the computer.
Yeah.
Like,
So
if it was a
PvP
balance issue in
yeah.
PvP, then yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah, totally. Yeah. Totally get that. But, yeah,
Little question from GlowMarge1. What's your favorite thing so far about Destiny?
Have you seen these giant orbs?
Look at these space balls! They're everywhere!
They go at ludicrous speed.
They've gone to flat. Yeah, but like, you know, you guys were really excited about playing today. You were like, oh, let's do it. Let's you know, the alpha's still going. Let's stream Destiny. You know, what's got you pumped?
I think it is because like the shooting feels really good. I mean, going and getting your new guns is a lot of fun, and really to me it is just really good co-op shooting. In the same way that like I think that's one of the major appeals of Borderlands. Borderlands has the comedy going for it, which, you know, this obviously does not. Oh god. But yeah, I just like mechanically it feels great, which is something that Bungie's always been good at. So, like, if you're gonna make an MMO shooter, you might as well let Bungie do it.
Oh god, I'm just blowing up everywhere.
blowing up.
You know, I'm excited for the world. I mean, we don't know anything about it, but they obviously have created some pretty interesting universes before. They've been working on this one for a long time. I'm also interested to see how it's going to evolve over time because Joseph Staten's not there anymore, and he was sort of like their lead narrator for the longest time, or the lead writer for the longest time. So I don't know. I think that, you know, the mechanics of it, it's like it's a more expansive Halo universe essentially. And I like Halo. I mean, Halo's a fun series in my eyes, so I think it's that's part of the thing that really appeals to me. And you know what? Bungie just makes some quality products. So they obviously have the support of Activision, who's basically shoved a bunch of money in their pockets and said, "Hey, go make us the next Halo." So they obviously have the ambition to do it. They know they have. Listen, because here's the thing: Microsoft has proved that they don't need Bungie to make Halo. 343 has made a quality Halo game in Halo 4. Whether or not it's your favorite one or not, it doesn't matter. They've proven that they don't need Bungie to make it. So now it's up to Bungie to prove that they can make a game that's not Halo. Because they haven't done that in the last 10 years.
I will be very, very curious to see if, you know, if Destiny finds its audience and this turns out to be successful and people like it. If the big rumor from a couple of years ago turns out to be true, that part of the stipulation was like, we're going to make Destiny, but part of the money you give us to make Destiny will allow us to make our big futuristic remake of Marathon at some point. I wonder if, like, because that is lore, Bungie loves to create a world, and Marathon was the one they were allowed to, like, sort of develop the most in a game, without supplementary materials.
Oh, that's right, I took you out. I took you out, you big old ball.
Show that space ball, what's up?
Oh, I'm gonna dance. Wait, dance. Wait.
Oh, guys, dance party. Oh god, I'm reloading. Dance party. Where's my?
Where are you?
Oh, there we go. Boom. Come on, come over here, pop a lot, guys. Come on. Oh, yeah, dance party. Come on, buddy. Let's go, dance party. Right here. Oh yeah, 3-man dance party. Achievement unlocked. Oh, and you can see that this Born Sinner XX who joined us is the Void Walker, or the Warlock class, who uses his ability, I think it's called Void Walker. So yeah, it's more of like a magical kind of character. So I got a 0%.
Guy joins in. Yeah, okay.
Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah.
Full-on dance party, guys.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
You know,
so I unlocked new grenades. And stuff.
I like Stranger Dude already.
I thought the armor looked kind of lame in screenshots. Here, it looks pretty cool, actually.
And another thing that I don't know if you've seen in the stream yet, but Zab, maybe when we go back to the tower, when you go into your menu, like you can examine your equipment up close.
Yeah, let's do that.
You see like this really zoomed in, like bloomed out, like depth of field model of all of your equipment, and it looks really cool.
Oh, for some reason you left the match, so I'm going to invite you again.
You do that.
Here's a question that I was also wondering. Can you pause?
No.
Huh.
Okay.
It is a living, breathing world. Also, the respawn timer on killed enemies is very, very quick.
Yes.
So if you get to an area where someone just killed everyone, and you wait there for a couple seconds, they just reappear like that.
Right back.
It's pretty quick.
You think that might also get tweaked?
I hope so. I hope so.
I was gonna say the exact same thing, Susan, because unless it knows that you are the people that just cleared them all out, that could get pretty tiresome pretty fast in like a Far Cry 2 way.
Well, couldn't that also just set you up for farming?
Sure, but the thing that bothers me about it is like you kill a bunch of characters and you drop some loot. Instinctually, what you want to do is look at your loot.
Oh, look at it, yeah.
And now, if you're looking at it and then guys just respawn immediately, then you're going to get killed while you're looking at the menus.
As Tim C42 points out in the chat, there is no farting emote, which does seem like a bit of a
Fable Legends +1.
There's always DLC.
Actually, I think you could just assume that whenever you're sitting down that you are farting.
Yes, that's what I do. I think that might be exclusive to the PlayStation 4 group. I know that the PlayStation 4 consoles has exclusive content.
Exclusive.
Well, I mean, they did say it's
content.
better on PS4.
It's
you get more relief on the PlayStation platforms.
Yeah, there's more relief.
It's like PlayStation Ubisoft games. You get 60 minutes worth of exclusive farting.
Exclusive farting.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
your character on the other systems going to be uncomfortable from bloating. But on PS4,
what exactly do you think the pulse rifle uses as its ammunition?
Look, I just need to know where the second screen farting experience is, because I want to be able to...
That's easy. You just go download iFart and you just hold it up to your chat mic. I mean, that's all you have to do.
Oh no! All that farting content brought to you exclusively by Skylanders Swap Force.
So I have a bunch of stuff here that we got on our mission, and I'm going to just decode it, which is basically identifying it. And then I'll go into our options, and we can actually look at these items.
What I just did on my screen here, which if we do a supercut of this later, you'll see, is upgraded my scout rifle, so it actually does 10 more damage now than it did before. So it's, sort of keeping up with my upgrades.
Arathor in the chat was just saying press is getting longer time in the alpha. No, the alpha has just been extended. Everybody thought it was going to be ending yesterday, and today Bungie said that they are doing extra stress testing, and we don't really know how long it's going to be open, but it's open right now.
That is actually why we're doing the stream today and not Tuesday, because who knows if it'll still be up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So one thing that's cool is there's a quick way to compare what you have equipped to what you have that you've collected.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that.
So you just press the R2 button, and it brings up a menu next to it and compares your stats versus the item that you have hovering over. So if you look at the weapons, for example, it'll show like your impact, range, stability, and reload. It'll tell you the difference between the stats. It'll tell you whether or not the attack rate is better on this particular weapon. And it works for everything if you hold down the R2 trigger. So it's pretty easy. Yep.
Is there a maximum amount of items you can have?
There is. It looks like at least there is 9 slots per inventory type. There's also a vault in town that you could put your stuff in as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'm going to swap out. So yeah, like Richard was saying, I can't use any of these Titan marks because I'm not the correct level. But if we want to look at them, I could just press triangle and look at the details of it, and it opens up like a pretty close-up shot of that particular item from my inventory. If I want to look at the weapons, for example, like I want to know what this gun looks like, it'll actually show me like a high high-res image of this particular weapon. It gives me its stat breakdown, stuff like that too. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Are we looking at your helmet or your face right now? Because I know you and Richard are both robots, so it looks like you're wearing a helmet even when you're not.
So in the menu, when if you're looking at my menu, I'm wearing a red helmet.
Okay.
Outside of town, I'm wearing I'm not wearing my helmet. It's just my sweet robot face.
Okay.
Which I've customized to look as robotic as you robot. Hey, I heard you like robots, so I put robots in your robots.
So I put robots in your robots.
There's a guy dancing on top of another guy. Whoa, that's inappropriate, children. We're gonna move on. that looked inappropriate, kids. Sorry.
Zev, Single and Loving It just asked, how do you feel about the mouse cursor navigation in the menus? Which is sometimes weird with a controller.
Please exit your menu right now.
All right. People are officially sitting on my head. That's Richard is sitting on my head. That's someone call HR immediately, because that seems inappropriate. Sorry, what were you asking there?
I'm seeing a splash screen on the stream, by the way.
Oh yeah, I only see the splash screen as well.
So no people are seeing this.
We just have the splash screen.
All they have is our body description of what might be happening.
And you know what? It cut out, apparently, at exactly the right time.
Yeah.
Perfect. It should be coming back on. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, it'll probably take a minute.
There we go.
But I'm going to continue sitting on your head now.
All right, now we can show people what we were talking about there. HR.gif.
Yes, you must. I need to see this.
Yes.
Okay, we're back in your menu.
It'll back out in a second. Okay. Oh, and Richard just fell off the cliff.
Oh, man. Jeez.
You do get to see it for a second there, though.
Oh, I can't. Right. I can't.
There you go.
I don't like oh gosh. I don't physically touch these other people, I guess. Oh yeah, I do. There we go.
Oh, we're all gonna dance up here, guys. Dance party.
Your robot has. Oh wow.
Wow, that is.
Okay, Richard has very strong ankles.
Yeah.
B, Zav's robot has massive thighs.
He's a Titan.
Yeah.
He works out.
Okay, yeah, he's working those quads, seriously.
These champions of humanity are really just not taking their jobs seriously.
Yeah, we're falling off the spire here. Bye-bye. I already feel better about this game seeing how much people are embracing the dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Dance party on top of dance party. We're just having a double dance party. I'm dancing on Richard as he's dancing.
Like a dancing totem.
That's the best.
Game of the Year edition, kids, right here.
Oh, look, no! Look, no!
Oh, no. I broke physics.
Oh no! What is happening?
I like the force field, like the dancing force field where you're perpetually like a few inches above them.
Oh, there's a soccer ball here. Speaking of Bungie, that's like their...
What?
That is their... they always put a soccer ball in their games. And there is a soccer ball in this game, so we can play soccer. Let's see if someone found it.
Alright, guys. Badger in Arms. Destiny Central or just Destiny?
Would play.
Yep.
Oh, someone must have got the soccer ball. Soccer ball's not here anymore. Yeah. I assure you a soccer ball exists in this universe.
That's so many kinds of balls in this game.
Bungie loves an orb. Bungie loves a good orb. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody would accuse them otherwise.
Oh, I died.
They are pro sphere.
Yes, so I think that we can go to a different mission, but I don't know how much time
Yeah,
we
we've got about 5 minutes.
Oh boy, that'll be about enough time to load something.
Wow, you fell right through that terminal rate.
Yes.
Wow.
Right through it.
There are no physics in this universe, kids.
Well, there's dance physics.
Yeah,
There's dance physics.
there is.
Special dance physics.
I did get a brand new. What is this? I did get a brand new set of armor and a grenade thing.
Oh,
Stromulus 28 has a question that we did not cover while you guys were on that fire team mission.
Yeah.
What are the penalties for death?
I haven't seen any.
So nothing happens? You're just kicked out for a second?
If you're in the middle of a mission, your respawn timer is like 30 seconds long, and
Okay.
if your other two teammates die, then you have to restart.
Then you have to restart.
Or your team can revive you at any point, if it's within that time limit. Or if they don't revive you within that time limit and they don't die, you just can respawn yourself. So I got a new grenade, so I thought maybe I'd throw it and see what it looks like, because the last grenade that Richard got him very excited.
oh god! It spawned all these little projectiles that just like home in on stuff.
Let's just throw grenades at things to end the stream, if it loads. Oh, it's loading. So, seeing the game being played, Susan, us talking about it, the dance parties that we've had, does this make you want to play Destiny?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely... my one concern is the difficulty seems high. Like, without a kind of... It seems to be kind of a difficulty cliff, as opposed to a difficulty curve. Like, if you're not already good at Halo, you're going to go into this and just suck.
I'm wondering if maybe the balancing is different for the alpha, because we are on the highest level. So I mean, I don't know. That is a good question though, because there are things you can do at the beginning of the match. There's I can't remember what they're actually called, but at the beginning of the match you choose either Brave or Legend.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the dynamic difficulty setting that the game chooses, and depending on which one you pick, it will change the stats. So like on Brave, you might actually have like bonuses to assault rifles and shotguns, for example. Let's say like plus 75% for shotguns. But if you put it on Legend, it'll be like minus 17% armor, minus 20% shotguns.
Okay.
This area has like really difficult enemies.
Let's see that grenade, Zev.
I want to see that. I want to throw that grenade and see if it does anything to these guys. Oh my goodness, no!
These are the question mark enemies.
Look, I'm shooting them directly in the face with an amazing weapon, and they are laughing at me.
No.
Oh God, just run! It's over.
I just got sorted.
What? Oh man, I'm gonna try to revive you. Can I revive you through this door? Oh, cheats! Pure hacks! Oh God! Oh God! Get away from me!
It's all coming apart. Dance for them, Zev.
Oh God! Why are you standing right here? Move! Don't come upstairs. Oh God! He came upstairs and he killed me. He was not happy at all.
He's like, you came into my nice little basement.
That's right. You run away. That's right. You run. Oh, never mind. No, don't come back up here. Come here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just about 60 seconds of Zav biting off more than he can chew.
Yep.
Thank you very much for coming out today for this sort of impromptu stream of Destiny. We're going to be finally returning to our regular schedule this week. Now that the E3 madness is over, we will be back tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Richard and myself are going to be playing Van Helsing 2 with a member of the Necrocore Games crew that just released that game. And we're going to be giving out a whole bunch of copies of Van Helsing 2.
I think it might be Neocore?
Neocore, thank you.
Yes.
Necrocore, thank you.
That's a whole other
Very different thing.
kind of music. It's just...
The Necrocore people live in this basement that Zav went into.
I turn around and he's still there.
But yes, please come out tomorrow, and on Thursday, we have a very special stream. We are going to be returning to Mario Kart 8 for a little joystick versus and gadget racing. We're going to smoke those tech-loving fools like they have never been smoked before. It's going to be beautiful. But yeah, in the meantime, please go to joystiq.com and catch up on the ridiculous amount of E3 coverage that we had. Guys, we published about 250 articles.
We've got some more on the way, too.
And more on the way. We're not done. And we also, in the coming week, have some 10th anniversary of Joystiq stuff coming up. It's gonna be awesome. So
No, we got it both.
follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Google+. Just search for Joystiq with a Q, and follow the link that I'm about to put here in the chat. And you can follow all four of us on Twitter as well at the following domains, because it's 1999 and people still say domain.
And that's http://
on the World Wide Web.
on the World Wide Web. Load up your AOL client, kids, because it's gonna get crazy. Yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out.
Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Dance party.
Dance party!